What is up, everybody? Bleeding Bulu Podcast, episode 111. We are back at it. It's a long hiatus. We're here. Christmas vacation, we're busy. We're doing our things.
Yep, busy times and better audio.
And better audio.
Better audio. Got myself a nice little mic here. As a nice little Christmas present from Santa. To make the podcast even better for everyone. So
you sound great. I'll just tell you that.
I'm very excited.
You sound excited. Like $1 million. Like,
thank you.
Yeah. Me, on the other hand, I look like $1 million. So, unfortunately, this is a podcast, and most people are listening to this through Spotify. So, you know what they say? I got a face for radio. So, it's perfect. Anyway, what else do you get for Christmas, Ryan?
I got some new earbuds because I'm notorious for losing earbuds. I don't know what it is with me losing those, but I got a new pair of those. Got a couple nice records for the vinyl collection.
Nice.
Little Soundgarden, little Clash, Tyler the Creator, a little bit of different stuff.
What Soundgarden album?
What's it called?
Super Unknown?
The most popular one. It's my first one I've gotten so far.
It's either be Super Unknown or Bad Motorfinger.
Super Unknown. That's the one.
Black Hole Sun.
Yeah.
Fell on Black Days.
A lot of bangers on that one.
There's a lot of good songs. Spoon Man. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, we've got a lot of things to discuss. There's some Blue Jay signings that have been occurring. There have been the final spots for all the playoffs for the NFL have been set in stone, and we are getting ready. And it's next week, this upcoming weekend, or is it a bye week?
No, it's next week.
Holy fuck! All right, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, we've been gone for a while. And a lot has been missed, but we will cover it for you today. We were thinking about doing the wild card predictions on the pod, but I think it would be better if we do some reels on the side. Give some more content to the people who don't have time to listen to all of the podcasts. So we're going to be doing that on the side and getting that in for you guys before Saturday when the game starts. So very excited for this weekend. NFL playoffs. I would say top 2 playoffs in North American sports, up there with the NHL, MLB, NBA. I don't really care about unless the Raptors are in it. So
NBA playoffs, we know, are notorious for just being terrible. Like they just
a lot of blowouts.
A lot of blowouts, yeah. But yeah, so as speaking of NFL, we should talk about our Buffalo Bills. Unfortunately, weren't able to surpass the New England Patriots for the first place in their division. But that's okay. Really? It's okay. I'm not worried.
Is it though?
Well, we didn't. Last time we spoke, it was still like, yeah, we beat the Pats, but it's like we don't have a choice. And the thing is, though, it is okay because the Patriots didn't get a bye. So
yeah, they're gonna get bounced first round.
Who are they facing? We're facing Jacksonville.
They play the Chargers. With a very stingy defense and Justin Herbert, who's been very good this year, but he's struggled in the postseason. He's 0-2 in the postseason, but I think this might be the year he does it.
You're just hoping. You're hoping.
I'm hoping because last 2 times he's played in the postseason, he has not been very good. So let's hope that changes. But you never know. Drake May, this is his first time playing in a playoff game. It's good. He's got the home field advantage, which is good for him. But it's the first time in I think 4 years, I want to say, since they've been in the playoffs. And new coach, new quarterback, basically new offense, new defense, a lot of new players, a lot of inexperience on this team, other than really Diggs, who shouldn't be playing. Let's be honest, who should not be playing for matters that we won't speak. Really? Who should not be playing right now. but the NFL doesn't care about sexual assault charges or just violence in general. They don't give a shit. Um, but
Well, he's married to Cardi
we'll
B,
not get.
right? So he's gotta.
Yeah,
He's
it doesn't matter that she's uh, his girlfriend, but whatever. Anyways, um, but yeah, it sucks that the Bills didn't win the division, and kudos to the Patriots for having an easy schedule and winning all their games. Good for them, but um, it is what it is, man. The Bills, I think, have the toughest opponent out of all the three home teams in the AFC. Um, Jacksonville is on fire right now. They are unbelievably good on offense. They have a really good defense, really good defensive line, who will really make Josh Allen struggle and get out of the pocket and have a tough time. Very, very similar to Houston, except Jacksonville has a very consistent run game. Um, Trevor Lawrence has been really good on the run with a lot of rushing touchdowns and passing really well as of late. So I'm kind of scared by that. A couple weeks ago, I can't remember what team they were playing. Um, Shit. Jacksonville, who were they playing? Uh, Let me just double check here. Sorry. Um,
they're facing
they played.
Tennessee
Yeah,
Titans.
they're on a 8-game win streak, and they've won 9 of their last 10 games. So that loss was against the Texans, and they lost by 7. And they should have won that game because they were up and they lost. They choked the lead. So they're easily the best team in the AFC right now. And yeah, I'm worried. I'm really worried. Oh, they played the Jets. It is the Jets, but Herbert went off. He had 5 touchdowns, 5 passing touchdowns. No, 3 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing. He was insane. He was insane that day. And they destroyed the Broncos, who are the first seed right now, who get the bye. Who I'm not where I wish we had the Broncos in the first round.
Yeah,
Their team does not scare me at all. Maybe their defense, but their offense is not that good at all. Um, oh yeah, I this is definitely the toughest opponent the Bills have had in the first round. Um, Probably since the last time the Bills played the Jaguars, since in 2017, when without Josh Allen they had Tyrod Taylor and LaShawn McCoy on offense. Um, this is probably their toughest opponent they've had in the first round in a while. So really tough test on in Jacksonville, not at home anymore. Um, yeah, this is gonna be a tough game for Buffalo. Easily the worst matchup, but other than that, there's a lot of like around the NFL, there's a lot of good matchups for this week in the wild card round. We'll get into that in our videos, but NFL has been really exciting recently and probably one of the best regular seasons in a while. Obviously, without no Kansas City in the playoffs, which is I don't think we talked about that yet, which is glorious. Um, it's fantastic. No Ravens with Lamar Jackson.
yeah.
No Bengals with Joe Burrow. Easily, easily the best opportunity right now for the Bills and Allen to win a Super Bowl, get to a Super Bowl. Yeah, this is the best opportunity they have. It's too bad they have to play Jacksonville in the first round and not in the divisional or the championship round. But um, yeah, this is easily their best, and I think their best chance. And I think if they get past this round, like if they get past Jacksonville, I think they go on. I think they actually make it to a Super Bowl for the first time in over 30 years. I think this is the first time I think they'll do it. So I think
Jacksonville's
they just
tough,
gotta get
man.
past this week.
Jacksonville's scary.
Yeah, they're very scary. And if you have watched film of them playing the last few weeks, especially that Denver game, they demolished that defense, and they're the best defense in the league. They put 34 on them. Like they took care of business, and in Denver. Not even at home. They're a scary team, man. They're a scary team. And the Bills should be worried, but I think Allen's up to the task, man. I think this is his moment, dude. I think this is his moment. I don't want to say anything because I want to wait until we, film those videos, but um I think this is his moment.
Fair enough. That was that game against the Jets for the Bills.
I didn't really pay too much attention to it. Um Trubisky looked great though. He looked really good with the backups. Obviously, the Jets aren't even an NFL team. They should be demoted to college or XFL, whatever. They're the worst team in the league by far. I think if the Jets played the Raiders would destroy them. They're a horrible team. Um, I could care less about the game. It was really nice to see, Highmark Stadium's the last game there. Um, really sad that the stadium's going to be demolished, but they get the new one next year. So I'll be really cool. Hopefully, I get to go to a game next year. Um, they did drop the schedule, not the schedule, but the opponents for next year.
There's some good
And I'm
opponents.
going to be honest, this is the toughest. This is tougher than this year's schedule. They have some tough teams to play. They have, uh, aside from the division teams, they have Kansas City, Chargers, Bears, Lions, and Ravens all at home. All playoff teams, except for, Chiefs are going to be good next year. They're not going to be like this ever again, probably with Mahomes. Um, and then the Lions, who are 9-8, who didn't make the playoffs, but they're good. And then away they have Denver, Green Bay, Las Vegas, Vikings, Texans, Rams. Some really tough matchups. Like Denver and Green Bay and the Rams away, and Houston away. A team that Allen has not beat in Houston. That's it's not a good matchup for the man. So um, this is probably a tougher schedule than this year. So I know I'm getting too ahead of myself, but hopefully in the offseason they make some good acquisitions because they're probably going to struggle even more next year if they don't do anything. So we'll see how it goes. But enough of the Bills. Get ready for the videos on Instagram and TikTok for our predictions. But let's move on to our Toronto Blue Jays, who've made some exciting moves recently.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of depth and in the pitching side. And did we talk about Rogers? I don't think we did.
Um,
I don't think we did talk about him.
if we didn't, we can talk about him again.
Sure.
Because I'm just looking up his stats. Excuse me, for Taylor Rogers, um, who is a really interesting piece to the Blue Jays bullpen. I think after the whole Edwin Diaz signing and the Ryan Helsley signing, and then there was also, I want to say there was another deal, contract. That was me, excuse me. But I think that Taylor Rogers was the next best pitcher to join to join this Blue Jays rotation and join a team. Honestly, he was traded from the San Francisco Giants to the New York Mets last year, and obviously you know how the Mets their season went. Sorry, Tyler Rogers, not Taylor Rogers. If anyone knows that they are twin brothers, and there's another one that looks obviously exactly like him, and it's pretty hilarious. But last year, Tyler Rogers pitched to a 1.98 ERA in 81 games. Since 2020, in 2020 he led the league with most games pitched in 29. That was obviously the COVID season, and then from 2021 to 2025, he's never pitched under 68 innings, which is awesome. That means that he is just old reliable. He doesn't get injured. Because of that low velocity which he has, and being one of the only pitchers left in baseball that is a submarine pitcher, it's pretty awesome. Especially when we have the lowest release point pitcher and then the highest release point pitcher in all of baseball
Yeah.
on the Blue Jays in Trey Savage and Tyler Rogers. So that would be awesome, you know. Trey Savage in for 6 innings, and then you get Tyler Rogers right after that, which is going to be a pretty cool 1-2 punch, if you ask me. I think it's just a great signing. It's an overpay. I'm going to say that right now. I think it's an overpay. 3 years for $37 million, with a 2029 team option. So basically 4 years. You know, it's a lot of money for a pitcher, in my opinion. It's okay because he's very good. He's really good. And the only thing that I'm scared about is he's just old. But I think the fact that he doesn't rely on velocity. And, you know, if you show a graph with age increasing and velocity decreasing, the graph, it'd go, as you go up, you know, it'd go in a diagonal angle, if you know what I mean. Because with age comes lack of velocity. That's just the way it goes with baseball. So luckily, that's not what he relies on. He relies on deception, release point, timing, and just a whole bunch of classic pitching styles that have been were relied on a lot back in the day, and with people that didn't have velocity. So it's cool. It's honestly, and it goes to show that it works for him. It really does mess up hitters. You know, a 1.98 ERA this past year. That's not something that's not something that isn't, you know, a good positive thing, obviously, because the year before 2.82 ERA, year before that 3.04, year before that 3.5, and then year before that, which was a really, really good season for Tyler Rogers, which is a 2.22 ERA in 80 games, 81 innings, 13 saves. He's our 8th inning guy. That's what it is. And so we need that 8th inning guy, you know, between him, Hoffman, Jimmy Garcia, Louis Varland. Holy fuck. It's pretty cool, man. Hopefully we sign, like, Sir Anthony Dominguez, too. Re-sign him. That'd be fucking awesome if we got Dominguez back. Because he was great this year.
Yeah, I liked him in the playoffs. He was good.
Dominguez, like, most of our guys in the playoffs, our pitchers weren't terrible. Like, I don't remember, like, other than Hoffman, like, in the Game 7, like, you know, in a one-run game, whatever. It's okay. It's not okay, but anyway, like, Dominguez was great as a lockdown, like a shutdown guy. Varland, another shutdown guy. Yeah, these guys fucking know how to pitch, so it's gonna be exciting because we have Louis for another, like, and he's a free agent 2031. Holy fuck! So
yeah, we have him for a lot of years, and that's great.
You know who we traded?
That was a good contract.
You know who we traded Louis Varland for too?
I can't remember.
Alan Rodin.
Oh right.
Yeah.
That was your pick for Rookie of the Year for the Jays. Your Jays Rookie of the Year this year. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's a little crazy. Anyway, yeah. All right. Well, that was a big one of the signings. The other signing, which was honestly a huge surprise to me. I don't know if it was a surprise to you either. Was I gotta be careful how I say this guy's name because I'm gonna mess it up. Because honestly, I didn't even know about him, and that's my fault for not knowing this guy before. But KAZUMA OKAMOTO, who was a Japanese player, played for Team Japan in the World Baseball Classic, hit a home run in the finals against the Team USA. This guy, he's called the Captain. That's who he is in.
Great nickname.
For the Blue Jays, he signed a 4-year with his Team Japan, and he's a good player. He is contact first hitter, has power. He doesn't strike out a lot, and great defensively. So just like a really good all-around player, like that doesn't really have too many insane flaws other than maybe being a base path liability. He's 29 years old. He's in the prime of his career. He started playing in the Japanese Central League in 2018 or 2017, I want to say. But he's been playing for a while for the Yomiuri Giants in Tokyo. Most recently this year, he played only 77 games. He was injured, but still hit 15 home runs, 322 average, and a 992 OPS.
Nasty.
Yeah, since 2018, he's played 143 games in almost every season, which I want to say is their 162. Like that's
probably their max. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now.
So in that 2018, 309, 33 home runs. 2019, 2020 hit 31 home runs. 2021, 39. 2023, 41. 2024, 27. Like 280, 280, 265, 275, 309. Like this guy's just
he gets hits.
He gets hits. He's like your average. Like I'm gonna fucking go do my business and fucking win baseball games for this team. No nonsense player. He just from what he seems like, from what I've heard and just seen, he's like kind of quiet and collective. And I can imagine that coming to a different country, you're not gonna be an outgoing personality like Munenori Kawasaki. Obviously, you're not always going to be like him. But 4 years, it's a long time. 60 mil. I feel like really any team could have made that offer, but he decided to go for a team that just made the World Series and very accommodating to Japanese players. We know Munenori Kawasaki, as we just talked about. Yusei Kikuchi I bet she has nothing but good things to say about Toronto. Shun Yamaguchi, no, I'm kidding. Hyunjin Ryu, who is Korean but still comes over from Asia, and yeah, so and also this guy's a Boris client, which is also another interesting note about him because Boris clients, for some reason, in the past have seemed to avoid signing with the Blue Jays and using the Blue Jays as leverage. But of course, Ryu was a Boris client, and OKAMOTO is a Boris client as well. So it's cool. This guy's gonna be a great addition that can play a versatile amount of different roles for this team. He third base, first base, and outfielder. He'll mash his lefties. That's the thing I've heard. Again, if I look at his splits.
Is he a righty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I'll let you finish, but I have a question. I have a question for you after.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, and then he also. Yeah, just an exciting player for this team. Adds a ton of depth, and I was fucking shocked. I was very, very shocked that they signed this guy. But yeah. He's good. He's good. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So dealing with that question, dealing with that question about the shock dealing with the shock factor of this signing. How does this go with Bo? And obviously, there's been talk about him talking with other teams like the Yankees. He's already talked with the Red Sox, the Dodgers. Even he's talked with the Mets, a bunch of other teams. How does this signing make you less confident, more confident or the same that the Jays will sign Bo?
I'm going to say this. I'm going to be disappointed if they don't sign either Bo or Tucker, and maybe that's me being greedy. I think it is me being greedy, to tell you the truth, because you look at this, offseason so far, it's been pretty dominant by the Blue Jays. They have made the most moves. They have had a really good offseason so far, and they're continuing to do that. They're continuing to make these signings. I think if they want, if they don't re-sign Bo, I feel like they're still a worse team. They're a worse team than they were last year. To tell you the truth, they don't re-sign him. Bo is a massive part of this team, and really does help, you know, just bring depth to the lineup. You know, if you have, I'm just thinking of a roster construction where you got Springer, Bo, Vladdy, Bichette, Kirk, Okamoto, Varsho, Santander, Jimenez, and Clement, like something like that. I don't know. That's just off the top of my head. Oh, dude, that brings a tear to my eye. You know that lineup, or and then even replace Tucker with Bo or something like that. I really think if this team wants to, if they want a shot at back to back going to the World Series again, winning the World Series, they got to sign one of these guys. So I'm gonna say that it keeps them the same. It keeps them the same. It doesn't. I don't think it increases really. I think they were gonna go about these plans with either with or without Bo. They made the big signing with Vladdy last year, so again, they do have money to spend. They're a rich organization. I've seen from multiple different sources like Jim Bowden, Mark Feinstein, um, Ben Nicholson-Smith saying that it doesn't affect, but you still think about it. It's like this could be the
Like
last
where are they going to put Bo
a
if
second
they do get him?
second.
Yeah, but then you have Vlad, Bo, Clement, and Okamoto. Like where are you going to put Jimenez? I guess you put
Short.
Jimenez short. You put short, but then who would you rather have, Okamoto or Clement in the lineup? There's
Um,
that thing. After Clement just literally hit the most hits in postseason history,
they're gonna.
and you just signed this guy.
I promise you, Ryan, they're going to figure out a place to put these guys. Like the Blue Jays did a great job last year at creating pockets for these players to play and putting them in the best position to succeed. You look at Davis Schneider, who only played against lefties because he matches lefties. Ernie, he's an everyday player. Ernie is an everyday player, but I think you know if you want to make your team better, do that. And I still think there is an opportunity for Clement to play. This guy can play any position in the infield. He literally can. And he's played outfield before. He has. I'm not saying he should. I'm not saying he will play outfield. I don't want him to play outfield, but I think Okamoto, I've also heard, he could also be a depth piece for this team as well. It doesn't mean that he's an automatic third baseman every single day. He's also a utility player that can sometimes only play against lefties, maybe the odd righty, depending on what's going to happen. The other thing I also think about, injuries play a big factor. A lot of our position players,
Right.
we have a lot of position players. There's going to be somebody that is going to get injured. I think by the end of this offseason, either between Lucas, Loperfido, or Schneider, one of those guys.
One of them's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you the truth. So
Especially if they get Tucker,
yeah,
right?
no,
Because one of those outfielders has to go to at
it's
least,
tough. It's
for the roster. Like like I think if they do get Tucker and they have to release an outfielder, I think Schneider's probably the one to go. Because I think they saw, how Lucas played in the postseason. He was really good in defensive roles, um, and in clutch hitting because he obviously, had that hit in
I know what you're talking about.
the ALDS against the Yankees. He had a bunch of big moments, and um, I think Schneider and Atkins um, and Shapiro, all those guys saw that in the postseason. They're like, okay, Schneider obviously had that home run in game 5, but really he didn't really have that big of an impact or didn't play as much, right? So
Yeah.
I think they'd probably keep. I think they'd probably keep Lucas
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I think
or Lo Perfido. Like I think Lo
I
Perfido would probably go automatically.
it's just Lucas, in my opinion, just provide like if you're like you have to think about it too. Like if you want to update, if you want to create a really good team, you got to make sure you upgrade it. We can't think of nostalgia and because we love this team so much and I'm not saying you do, but like with a guy like Lucas, it's an obvious upgrade if you get Tucker over Lucas. And
Right.
put that in. And Lucas, I think, does provide that, but I think there's other teams out there that will take Lucas and put him in their lineup because he goes to show that he's a really really solid bat. Like he's adds a ton of depth, a really good bench bat, and clutch. Like he was clutch. He hit a ton of home runs this year. He had 12 home runs, which is a surprise, honestly. I didn't realize that. He's an average hitter, but he's good. Like I don't know, I like him.
Hmm.
He's fun, and but I think he's a trade value. I
You
think
would
he's
get more from him than a Schneider or Loperfido. That's what you're trying to say, basically, if they do give him away.
yeah. But even Loperfido too. I think Loperfido's really young. That's the other thing about him, which you know he has a lot of years of control. Um, so that's the big thing. And then even Schneider too has a lot of years of control. But so does Lucas. Honestly, Lucas is a free agent 2031. Um, like most of these guys are. That's the thing. Like a lot of these players, Ernie, Davis, Loperfido, who ceiling are like I think Lucas and Clement, their ceiling is pretty much at its peak. I'd say, but like Barger and Loperfido, Schneider, those guys are like not free agents until like the 2030s. So
Yeah.
um, which is good. I don't know. It's like it's a tough thing to look at because these guys provided so much value. But if you want to make your team better, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you have to trade these guys, or you have to set them free. If you love
All
it,
I'm gonna say is if Tucker goes to the Dodgers, the league's fucked. There has to be a cap. There has to be a cap. If
no.
they somehow, if there has to be a lockout, if they somehow get Tucker, like there has to be a lockout.
I'm gonna
Like,
tell you
come
right
on.
now. I will promise you, Ryan, they're not getting Tucker.
No, I know the Jays are I think they're still the front runners to get him, which is good.
I think that too. Um,
Who else who do you think's number two? Probably the Yankees, right?
the Yankees could pull something out of their ass. They could pull something.
Especially if Bellinger leaves, you know?
Also, well, it's not even that. It's I think Bellinger's gonna resign, but like Yankees haven't made a single fucking move. Like, the Yankees,
Yeah, they've done fuck all. They've done
and
nothing.
it's the offseason is still.
Other than giving away what's his name? That closer guy to the Mets.
Oh, Devin
Or
Williams,
him and the other guy. What's his name?
Clay Holmes.
No, 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 no. Weaver, Luke Weaver. That's his name.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they just give away
they've
players to the
lost
Mets.
players. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like I think they're gonna try and like Trent Grisham coming back. They weren't happy about, from what I heard from Yankee fans, because his deal is a lot of money. Like for 1 year, it's
Hmm.
22 million, which that's a lot. Like
Cool.
honestly, like for a guy that's your everyday center fielder and had kind of an outlier season, 34 home runs. Maybe he could do it again. He's never done that before. He's never hit above 20. I want to say. Yeah, no, he's never hit above 20 other than 2025. Um, the other guy I'm thinking about, um, like, yeah, Cody Bellinger. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if they're gonna get him back. I think they will, but I don't know. I don't know what the Yankees are gonna do. I really don't know. I really don't know. It's interesting to see what they can do. They're going to sign somebody. Like, don't worry. Like, it's gonna happen. But yeah. Anyway, is there anything else you have to add? Any other signings to discussed? WBC's
No,
coming up.
I think we've gotten mostly everything.
Yeah. Oh,
But we do have an exciting trip coming in March. Uh, Ryan does his spring training trip every year, but this guy is coming along. We will get some content for you guys
That'll be
for a
sick.
fact. I know it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited um,
That'll
to
be
go
fun.
down to Florida. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Um,
We're gonna have to
but
do
let's move
some.
on.
We're gonna have to do
What's
some
that?
podcasts recorded downtown or down in Dunedin, and then
Yes.
we're also gonna need. We're also gonna try and get. We gotta try and get some interviews with some players. We gotta figure out something like that. That'd be fun.
Yes. Yes. That is a must. See your buddy Vlad again.
Do some blogs. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
All right.
You were saying, Ryan?
All right. Little technical. Yeah, a little technical difficulty there, but we're okay. Let's go back to let's go to the Leafs now. Um, we last time we left off the pod, we were, struggling. Leafs were struggling a bit. They still are, but not as bad as it was before. Got a couple guys back. A lot of injuries on and off. Tanev has been non-existent this year. Another bad injury. He'll be out for a few more months, probably the rest of the season. Let's be real. Unless they get into the playoffs, I think he's basically done. But we also have to talk about the Olympic rosters as well. We'll talk
Yeah.
about that after.
Let's talk about the Leafs.
Um, let's talk about the Leafs. I totally forgot about that. But anyways, still last in the division. But the thing is, the bottom five teams are 1 point different, 2 point difference. So realistically, they're not last. They're kind of in the hunt. They're still in the hunt for no playoff position. So they've kind of crawled their way back a bit. Um, so that's good. At least they've been on a little bit of a streak here. Um, of getting a point a game at least. A couple bad OT losses. Especially the last one against the Islanders. I feel like the Leafs should have won that game. And they also lost to Detroit last Sunday. But they've kind of pulled it together. They've gotten some scrappy wins, like the Jets game. That was a really good comeback down 4-1. Um, Games against. Let me check their schedule here. Schedule. Um, like the Devils game, winning 4-0. The Senators win on last Saturday. The Penguins win, which was really good. Um, Before that, it was a lot of losses and struggling a bit, but they've kind of pulled it back a bit. The only losses they've had in the last 6 games have been OT losses, so they're still getting a point. I know you're not. We talked about this last time. You're not a big fan of OT losses, and do they really count as losses or not? But I think getting a point out of that basically means like they only lost a game in their last 6 games, so they're basically 5-1 if you really think about it. So there's nothing to panic about. Um, they've played very well recently, so that's obviously something you can praise. But obviously the last 2 OT losses were not good because they lost 2 points. So um,
I don't know.
yeah, I think
I watched
there's a
that
lot there's a
game.
lot to like recently.
I watched that game against the Islanders. Like they should have won it. Like it's like I
Yeah,
just
the Islanders are a stingy team this year, man. They're very stingy.
I don't even know. Like yeah, sure, maybe they're stingy. I like Schaefer's fucking sick, but he had a great game. He had a
He
great game.
is disgusting. But I will talk about that later on in the Olympics.
I was just gonna
Roster
say that
choices.
they like yeah, it was a game they should have won, and they lost it in the last like 2 minutes of the game, which is just like it can't be happening. Like that's it. This is why this team isn't gonna make the playoffs and shouldn't make the playoffs, in my
Hmm.
opinion. I don't know. It's just they don't got heart, man. It's no fun watching a losing team, and sometimes it's annoying because sometimes you're like, this team is so good, like they should be playing better, like they should be winning, like these are some tough games they're losing. No, this team just sucks. Like, and just in my opinion, I don't know.
Matthews has come back a bit though. Last 2 games, he's
I
been
need
playing really
more. I
well.
need more out of Matthews. I need a longer period.
He's had 5 goals the last 2 games. What more do you want?
I want it. I don't want just 2 games. Like 2 games is 2 games. We're in the halfway point now. We need consistency. That's what we need. Don't we, Ryan?
Okay, maybe the consistency will come now.
Okay,
5 goals last 2 games. That's good.
Yeah, it's good, but it needs to be consistent. That's what we've said. And that's all. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, he hasn't been consistent, but at least recently, as of late, when they need to be winning games, at least he's now putting up some numbers, which is good. Hopefully Nylander can stay healthy, and Tavares has been good. Cowan's been pretty decent. Um, they've been okay. Like it's just that the goaltending is just very on and off. That's the non-consistent part is the goaltending. Like a lot of goals have been let in. Without Stolars, who's going to be out again, who's going to be out for long term, it's looking a little rough because Woll has not been the best. Hildeby has put up some good performances, but is he really going to do that every single night for you? Like, there's a lot to like, but there's also a lot to hate about the team right now.
Yeah.
And that's fine though because they're still in the hunt for it. It's not like they're out of it already. They're only 2 points back from the four seed in the division.
Mm-hmm.
They're still very in it. And they're only I don't know, what is that? 7 points, 8 points from the three spot?
Yeah.
It's fine. Lots, still lots. Like you said, it's halfway point. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
We like to criticize early and often with this team when things are bad. So
we do.
They like to turn it up towards February, March. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Maybe Matthews, stays consistent. Maybe Nylander puts in a few more points, and the side guys like that line with Robertson, Domi, and Waugh. I think that's a good line. I'm a big fan of that line. So, no, not Domi. Sorry, Domi's playing with Matthews. Robertson, Cowan, and Waugh. I like that line a lot. So that line's been pretty good. Fourth line does its thing. They're obviously not going to be scoring every night, but they're doing their thing when they need to. So get some guys healthy again. Maybe this team looks a little bit different. Lots of time left.
Okay. Well, yeah, I feel you. I understand. It's just, it's frustrating. It's frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how it goes at the end of the season. We'll see how it is. We're at the halfway point.
It's not what we haven't seen this. We haven't seen this in a while. We're used to being second or third consistently, right? So
okay,
it's a new thing, but they're not out of it.
Tell me right now, halfway point. What are you giving this team grade?
Grade. I'm giving it a C-.
It's a good choice. I'm
giving it a C-.
I'll give it a C- as well.
Because it's not a fail because they're not out of the playoffs yet, right?
Could be
but
D.
There is some promise. There is some promise. D+, yeah, sure, you could, but I think there's some promise. They're only like 3 points away from a playoff spot. Like they're not that far off.
I know.
It just sucks that there's a lot of other teams that are in the same boat as us.
In that position too.
That's what yes. There's also that thing too. There's a lot of teams in that same exact position. But like realistically, are the Sabres going to win 10 games in a row again? Are they going to do that? Are they going to stay consistent? I don't think so.
No.
Are Ottawa going to be another playoff team? I don't think so. I think this team has been to the playoffs multiple years. Maybe a team we have to worry about is Florida, who have struggled at the beginning. Same with Toronto, but they're going to get Kachuk back soon, and they're going to be nasty, right? They're going to be nasty again. So maybe that's a team to worry about. I'm not. Detroit's owned us this year. They've beaten us every single time they played us. I'm not worried about Detroit, really. Playoff Detroit. Like, come on, come on. Team like Philadelphia, Pittsburgh. I'm not really worried about. New Jersey, I'm not really worried about. Like those teams that are in the same point range as us. Those teams I don't think are going to be competing for wild card. I think the Leafs team can compete for the wild card if they get guys healthy back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The Islanders I don't worry about really. They just beat us, but I don't really worry about them. Right? They're a young team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really worry about them. So that's just my opinion, but I think a lot of people could say the same thing because the Leafs have consistently done it every single year in the regular season. Got to the playoffs. They made it to the second round last year. They could have made it. They definitely should have made it to the third round last year. But I think they can pull it off again. I think they can make it to the playoffs. Whether it's top three in the division, wild card, you name it. They can figure it away. Still lots of time left.
All right. All right.
And then let's move on to we're done with the Leafs. Let's talk about the Olympic rosters here. Canada's team is nasty. There's a lot of things. Not a lot. There's a lot of things to like. A lot of things to like. Obviously, that forward the forwards. Sorry, are disgusting. The forwards are disgusting. You got Suzuki, Reinhart, Horvat, Celebrini, Point, McKinnon, Hagel, Wilson, Marchand, Crosby, Marner, McDavid. Like, what more do you want, right?
Yeah.
But then you got a couple guys on the team that like Mark Stone and Cirelli.
They're not bad.
Questionable.
Stone.
I kind of like Mark Stone because he's a veteran guy. He'll do some. He'll be okay. But like Cirelli, has he been good this year? I don't know. I would rather have a guy like Scheifele, who's been scoring goals.
Why isn't Scheifele?
Give him a chance on the Canadian team, or Bedard. Even though he's injured, I would still pick over Cirelli.
Yeah.
And then defense, you have Taves, McCarr, Harley, Theodore, Morrissey, Pareko. And then you got a couple guys like Sanheim and Doughty who were like questionable. Yeesh, put Schaefer. I think Schaefer on that Canada team would be really exciting. Put him.
Who just got injured?
Yeah, Bo Horvat got injured. But I think he'll be fine. And then it was Bo Horvat who got injured.
He's having a good year.
So they'll probably put in Scheifele.
The other guy I'm
for him,
about
I
is
think.
Bennett too. I would like to have Bennett on the roster, to tell you the truth. I know he's probably not having as good of a season as he did last year, but he adds something to this team, a little flavor.
Yeah, but I
Especially
think
against
Tom
those
Wilson.
Czech
I think
brothers.
Tom Wilson will definitely deal with that. With
Do you
that
think
U.S.
a fight
team.
starts out in the first minute of the game against U.S.?
Oh, I hope so. But I think the Olympics and the Four Nations are a little different.
This is basically the Four Nations. There's only 4 teams, right?
No, there's way more.
Are you sure? I swear I saw. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm.
So here are the groups. So Canada plays with Czechia, Switzerland, and France.
Okay.
U.S., Slovakia, Finland, Sweden, Italy is one group.
Okay.
And then Group C is U.S., Latvia, Germany, Denmark.
Cool.
Yeah, poor Italy. That's all I'm going to say. Italy's going to get mollywopped by all 3 of those teams. Slovakia, Finland, Sweden. Good luck. Good luck to them. But yeah, like I like the roster despite, the couple, mistakes that I think they made. Goaltenders are good.
Binnington's great.
Kemper, Thompson, Binnington. I think they should start Logan Thompson out of the 3. He's been really good for Washington. I think they should start him. I wish they did add Blackwood from Colorado because he's been really good this year. I wish they added him. over Bennington, but I think they put Bennington in because he's done it on the big stage before. So I think that's why they trust him to play on Canada. So I really don't have any complaints, really.
Thomas Harley. This guy was born in fucking U.S. What the hell?
Yeah, probably as like a parent or something.
Why
But
would he?
he's good though. I like Thomas Harley. He came in during the Four Nations, played the medal game,
Oh
the
yeah.
gold the final or whatever championship game. He was good. I like Harley, so I think that's a good signing. Not signing, sorry, pick, whatever. Uh
Celebrini, I'm excited for. That'll be fun.
yeah. I hope he plays in the first. He won't play on the first power play. I don't think. But you know what? You know what would have been so exciting is if they had Bedard on the team, and then they would have put Crosby, McKinnon, McDavid, Bedard, Celebrini on the first power play. Just obviously Makar is going
No
to be on the first
defense.
power
Yeah.
play. Makar would be on the obviously going to be on the power play, but that just would have been so cool with all like the generations of players and shit. That would have been so cool to see,
Gotta be
Crosby
fun,
playing
man.
with
Yeah.
Bedard on the same team.
I like
That would have been so
Marchand.
cool.
I'm happy Marchand's playing. Like Reinhardt's fucking great.
Like
Suzuki's.
imagine, yeah,
We've got a good team.
like imagine playing against Tom Wilson and Brad Marchand on the same line. Good luck.
Tom Wilson is having a fucking
Oh,
great year, man.
he's good, man. He's good. He's got like 23 goals or
I
something.
know he's having a really good year. Good for him.
That was a really good pick. I really like that one. Like just imagine playing against Wilson, Marchand, and Mark Stone. That's like your fourth line for Canada.
That is just a bunch of fucking dads right there. Fucking
Yeah, who can score?
yeah.
Who can score and punch your face if they want to.
I honestly, I wish we had Bennett. To tell you the truth, I was rewatching Four Nations like.
Yeah, take Sorelli out, put Bennett in, have Bennett, Marchand, and Wilson on one line just to aggravate you.
How's Bennett? Bennett's not even having a bad year, man. He's having a fucking. He's got 14 goals. He's got 31 points already. Like he's.
Don't be surprised if they put him on the team. If they take Horvat out if he's still injured and they add Bennett. Don't be surprised.
I will not. I will be very happy. I love Sam Bennett, bro. Hometown kid.
You just because he's from your hometown. You're biased.
Of course, I fucking love him. He's
Whatever.
big, bro. He's fun. Like I love him on on the Leafs, bro. He'd be great.
He's
on
also
the
an
Leafs.
asshole.
Yeah,
He injured
exactly.
he injured Stolars in game one.
Yeah. I know.
What an asshole.
And it worked for them. It worked well for them. Holy fuck, did it ever? I'm not gonna promote it, but like, still. I mean, like,
Anyways, very excited, very excited. But what I'm not excited about is the rink. I don't know if you've heard anything about the rink in Milan. It is horrible. It's going to be shorter. It's going to be a shorter rink than an NHL rink, or actually no, not an NHL Olympic size rink, which is usually bigger. And it's horrible ice too. They basically just started building it like a couple weeks ago.
yeah.
I don't know what they're doing over there, but like this might be the worst Olympics of all time with NHL players in it. Like the quality of the ice is so bad. I don't know what they're doing.
It's okay.
Like you think the Olympic Committee would be better. I don't think they're going to have a Winter Olympics in Italy ever again, or just Olympics in general if this goes horribly.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Like McDavid and McKinnon are going to be so restricted from just flying down the ice with this shortened rink. It's not good for the team.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, whatever. Good, really good, solid team. Not many complaints. They're going to dominate, win gold. I think most people would say that. U.S. have a really good roster as well, but come on. Those forwards, domination, dude. Might be the best forwards combination in Olympic history,
Yeah.
I would say. Like really, really good. So I'm excited. I'm very excited for this for the Olympics. But let's move on to our top five. Ryan, if you want to introduce this one because you picked it this week.
Yes, for this top five, we have a interesting one. It's before you guys freak out. Oh, you guys already did movies. Well, this one we're doing top five most rewatchable movies, and that does not just refer to top five movies of all time. No, just because I think Citizen Kane is one of the greatest movies of all time doesn't mean it's rewatchable. I will not be watching. I don't want. Or Raging Bull is like a better example. Who watches Raging Bull more than once? I know it's a
Or
great
Schindler's
movie.
List.
Or
Schindler's
Schindler's
List is a
List. Exactly. I'm not putting that on
great
top
movie.
five.
I'm not rewatching Schindler's List or The Pianist. That's another good example.
There is
I'm not
plenty.
rewatching The Pianist.
Yeah. Hereditary. I'm probably not going to rewatch. That is a fucking scary movie. Um,
Damn good one though.
and it's good. There's so many examples of movies that you really only just need to watch once, but it's an incredible film. We're talking rewatchable movies. Doesn't necessarily mean they're great films. It just means they're rewatchable to us, and this is a personal opinion for us because again, we like our comfort movies. I know Ryan does. I know I do. But whoever won last round, won last
You
round?
go. You go first. You go
Okay.
first. It's been a while.
My number one pick, of course, I'm gonna go with Superbad. I think I've seen this movie about 100 times. Every sleepover I'm at, I'm watching Superbad. When I was a kid, um, it never gets old. Every single joke in that movie continues to hit and hit and hit. Um, it's fucking that entire McLovin sequence is just so funny. I love this movie so much. It's great.
Yeah. Good choice. Um, Number one on my list is also number one of my favorite movies of all time, Goodfellas.
Fuck!
Easily, probably, I wouldn't say the most watched movie in my life, but it's got to be like up there. Every time I watch it, I find something new.
Yeah,
It's fantastic.
fantastic. All right,
No, no one. I've already talked about this thousands of times in the podcast. Nothing much more to say.
number
I
two.
literally, I literally was brought onto Ryan's old YouTube for this movie specifically.
Yeah, that's funny. You can go check it out still if you want. It's on the channel. Um,
There will
the
be
other,
movie reviews.
yeah. Number two, I have The Hangover. Um, The Hangover,
Back-to-back
I
comedies.
literally just watched the other day, and I think it's one of the funniest movies of all time. It is so
It is
goddamn
aged.
funny.
It has aged very well.
It has, and it just makes you want to go to Vegas every time you watch it. The go the yeah, it's no matter what, I can like sit down and watch whatever part of the movie they're at. Like if just passing by the TV and it's on, I'm sitting down and watching the Hangover. It's just so funny. Chow,
Classic.
uh, Zach Galifianakis, Stu, Phil, and Alan. Three best friends that anyone could have.
And Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
All right, this is going to be a curveball here, but I think this is probably top five movies I've watched, most rewatched movie in my life.
Home to.
That has got to be Ocean's 11.
Oh, good
Um,
choice.
I love because like when I first watched it, when I was younger, I couldn't figure out the ending. And I was like, I need to keep watching this to figure it out. And I'm going to be honest, I think I've watched this like 50 times. I still don't understand the ending. Like there's a lot like
What do you mean?
I kind of do, but like it's just like it's very well planned and very well done movie. Insane cast.
They had
Insane
other
cast.
screens that were showing
Yes,
what was
yes.
happening to
I
the
kind of I
plot.
do like 99% understand it now. But when I was a kid, I'm like, I gotta figure this out. So I think I watched it like just over and over and over again to try and figure it out. Really, really solid movie, really good cast, really good comfort film for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that number two.
Cool. All right. Number three, I'm gonna go The Dark Knight. I have seen this movie a lot of times. It is old reliable in my opinion. If I'm ever need to watch a classic movie, I will go with The Dark Knight, and it never disappoints. It always has that same feeling. I have the goosebumps watching it. One of my favorites of all time. Probably the best superhero movie of all time. I know you can agree with that.
Honestly, I wouldn't count it as a superhero movie. It's a little bit different
It's a little
than
bit
a
better.
superhero movie, in my opinion. I don't know. It's fantastic. Like it's probably top 10 movie for me of all
Yeah,
time for me. But I don't know. I don't know. I just it has a different feeling than a superhero movie. I don't know.
that's fair. That's fair.
Good choice though. Good choice. Okay. Number three for me. Uh, Me and my sister and my cousin, we watch this every single time. Uh, we do anything like Christmas time, whatever, any family gathering. The Incredibles, easy. Like top three for me, watched movie. I think I've seen it at least 100 times. At least 100 times. It's probably the most watched Disney movie I've seen. Um, I actually probably think it's the most watched movie in my life. I think
Yeah.
is The Incredibles because me, my cousin, and my sister, we watch it every single time. Every single time we meet up, and we meet up multiple times throughout the year. So, um, yeah, give me that number three.
Cool. All right. Let's see right here.
I want to talk about a good superhero movie, The Incredibles. No one talks about that.
It is a good
No one
show.
talks about The Incredibles.
Um. Hmm. Okay, I'll go number four, The Departed. That in 2020, when I first watched that film, was blown away. I just, it's like fucking hell. Like, get me to Boston, bro. Like, and yeah, like I love everything about it. It's got one of the greatest casts of all time. There's some plot holes in this movie, but it's okay. But it's just so it's like it never misses a beat. Like it's action packed the entire time. It is bang 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 bang. Like every single scene. I love The Departed. Great film.
Good choice. Good choice. Okay, my number four choice. I'm gonna go with a recent one. Um, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Mm,
Um, it's very similar to Goodfellas, where every time I watch it, I figure out something new, see something new. Um, find a Spider-Man variant that I've never seen before, recognized. It's so creative and uh, beautiful. Like the animation is unbelievable.
yeah,
There's a reason why it had to take 5 years. It took them 5 years to make it. Um, it's probably the best animated movie I've ever seen, and I will continue to say that. Probably my favorite Spider-Man movie, right there
good.
with Spider-Man 2. Um, yeah. So,
Cool.
yeah, number four.
Cool. All right. I'm trying to think. I'm just checking my letterbox because I do have some unique choices, but I think I'm gonna go with The Social Network. I've seen
Yeah,
this movie so many fucking times. At number five here. I've seen it in theaters. Didn't see it in 2011, but I saw it recently on a rewatch. You and I saw it actually.
we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah. It just never gets old. I don't know. Like it continues to like you get new dialogue. It's always interesting, and it's like you just put two of the one of the greatest writers, and then one of the greatest directors of all time. Bring them together. He created a masterpiece. It really is. It's a classic. Like it's a modern day classic.
Yeah, Sorkin's unbelievable. He writes dialogue better than anyone else, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Fast-paced dialogue, at least. Um, okay, this is a tough one here. I got a lot of choices here. One I've watched a lot recently, and at least during high school. it was gave me a new perspective on, different eras and stuff and how, you know, the technology and internet has changed, social interactions, especially when you're a kid. Dazed and Confused is a very good one. Um, obviously started off Matthew McConaughey's career, started off a lot of people's careers. Even, Richard Linklater, um, Ben Affleck and everyone else, but just great, also great dialogue in this movie as well. Great interactions. It's so real. It's a very real film and a lot of real, conversations and things that go on in the film that you just expect to be a high school hangout or conversations between high school students and topics about high school and growing up and everything. I think it's just very relatable um, to a kid at that certain time in their life. So I'll go with that number five, and I've grown to love it every single time I watched it.
It is a really good movie. There's a lot I'm having for my final pick for my honorable mention, but I'm gonna go with Moneyball.
Yeah,
I've
nice.
seen that movie a lot.
Yeah,
A lot.
I like that.
It is always on. A lot of these movies are also movies that like my dad used to have on all the time, like just around the house. Like I don't know, like my parents or my dad especially just used to have like just like on a Saturday or Sunday or whatever, just working around the house, a movie's just always on. Like it just feels like my dad's working, like he always has a movie on. And Moneyball, there's like a few choices. Like Moneyball was one of those movies that was always on. Like he just always had playing. Um, Tombstone, if you've seen that,
hmm
great
That's
film,
a AMC classic.
dude. You already
Tombstone. It's
know.
always on AMC.
Always on AMC. Used to watch. I love Tombstone. And then there's probably another one there. There's some old ones that he used to watch. Oh, Silence of the Lambs. They just be on all the time. Like it's another.
That's an interesting one for rewatchable. A lot of people wouldn't say that one, but
I, I like it like a lot. Like it's really good. Like
it's a
it's
fantastic movie.
yeah.
It's a 5 star,
Like
easy.
I've seen it probably a handful of times. I've seen Silence of the Lambs probably at least like 3 or 4 times, and I really enjoy it. Like I think
No.
it's very rewatchable. Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, are there
I'm
anything
having a
on?
really tough. Yeah, I'm having a really tough time. I think I'm just gonna go with another new one. Um, I would say Home Alone 2, but I don't know. I just because I feel like it's a Christmas movie, you're bound to watch it every year. Um, but I'm gonna go with a new one, and I'm gonna go with one that I actually watched this year, that came out this year, and I actually think it'll be a future um, rewatchable for years to come. And I think I'm gonna do One Battle After Another
Wow.
as my honorable mention, and it will. And count me on this. It will win every single Oscar it gets nominated for.
Yeah.
PTA will finally get his. Has he won Best Director
No.
yet?
He hasn't. He was. He
He's
hasn't.
gonna get it this year. He's getting it this year, no doubt. He'll win. He'll win Best Director. He'll win Best Writing. He's gonna win everything this year, just like how Nolan did a couple years ago. He's gonna get his. Finally, gonna get his Oscar. Not. It's probably not his best movie. I doubt that. This is gonna
No,
be
it's
like
not
a
his best movie.
Scorsese. It's not a Scorsese. It's like a Scorsese Departed situation.
Yeah.
So I think this is his year. He gets everything.
I still think One Battle After Another is really good. Like I really enjoyed like a lot of this movie. I think
Like Leo is
the
fantastic in
the
it.
performances in this movie are fucking phenomenal.
Tiana Taylor's so good. Sean Penn will probably win the Oscar.
Benicio del Toro is so fucking funny.
He's so funny. He's so funny in it. Like Leo, Leo has shows so many emotions in it. He's insane.
No, it's a really
He's
good movie.
really good in it. He's really good. I would put another one which I watched recently, Marty Supreme. Um, Chalamet is insane, and I think he he definitely proves himself um, in that, and like the marketing. Obviously, you've seen it. The
Yeah, yeah.
marketing for the movie is some of the best marketing I've ever seen in my life. They had to spend millions and millions of dollars on that marketing, and
I
Chalamet did such a good job with that.
Yes, he did.
He did such a
I
good
really
job.
liked that movie. I did really like Reign Supreme. I just think you saw my review, and I think you can agree with some of the.
Yeah, yeah, you don't like the pacing. I agree with that. I guess because you're just not a big Safdie guy.
I I don't
Because
know.
you didn't like Uncut Gems. I know that.
I really like Good Time. Like I really like Good Time, and I
That
think
was great.
that was a great debut film for those guys. Like A24 film that they debuted with. Uncut Gems. It's okay. It's. I need to rewatch it. I think honestly. Um,
I remember because I was looking through Safdie reviews, and you said you just weren't a fan of Adam Sandler. And I gotta say, I want to. I think I'm gonna rewatch it this week, just because I want to. I keep going back to the Safdie movies, but like I just remember him being so. It's just so different from anything he does, and I really like that.
yeah.
Just like Punch Drunk Love, like it's like very different. It's very different for him to do a serious movie. Obviously he has the comedic moments in it, but like I don't know, just him, doing something a little bit different. I think, um, made him like a little more noticeable as an actor for me.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I know. There's a couple other choices I definitely had in mind. I definitely had Boogie Nights. I know that's a surprise. Not a lot of
That's
people.
a good one. That's a good one,
I
dude.
mean, I love that
It's a
movie,
good one.
and I can rewatch it. Like I, I love Boogie
I
Nights.
didn't really like it at first. I didn't really like it at first, and then I watched it again. And I'm like, okay, this is hilarious.
It's so
I guess I
good.
just didn't realize it that much, but yeah, it's so funny. It's so funny.
You think I look like Han Solo? People say I look like Han Solo. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. How much you bench? You tell me first. Yeah, I love that movie. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Dune Part Two is another new movie that I've watched, I think, 5 times already.
I've seen Dune 2 twice. I've seen it twice. I loved it more the second.
Fantastic.
It's
I
better than the
had
first one.
2001. I had
I've seen
Whiplash.
2000.
I've seen a lot.
How many times have you seen 2001?
5, 6 times.
I've probably seen it, yeah, 3 or 4 times.
It's
It's
fantastic.
really
I
good.
had Ready Player One. I also had as a another one, which I'm just such a it's just such a good comfort movie. Big video game guys, and like Spielberg does that 80s nostalgia shit all the time, and it was
Spider-Man 2,
I loved it.
I would have put on there as well. I really like Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Um,
I had Pulp Fiction because it's another one where it's like, you see something new every single time or you have a different perspective on the movie every single time.
yes, I've seen Pulp
Um,
Fiction probably. That's another movie you could just like join in at any time, and it's like, oh,
yeah.
they're about to fucking put some adrenaline in Mia Wallace's fucking breastplate. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Jules is about to fucking give out the speech.
Ezekiel 25:17.
Yeah, like you can go,
Yeah.
you can just like walk in at any point, and it's like, holy shit, this movie.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
just go
it's
right
it's
into
great.
it. It's like they're about to shoot Marvin, or yeah, It's Marvin, right? That he accidentally shoots.
Hmm.
Yeah, like that scene, like with the wolf, like oh, so good, so fucking good.
Yeah. Oppenheimer had another one. I've seen it like 6 times. I've seen it like so many
I've only
times.
seen it once, but
Oppenheimer's really good. Blues Brothers, I've seen 3 times in the last like year. That might if I saw it a little more, I think I might squeeze on my list. That just has everything. And it's
um,
so funny. So funny.
mine would be like if there's another comedy that goes on there, it'd be Pineapple Express or Christmas Vacation. I've seen Christmas Vacation
Hmm.
a gazillion times. I've seen that movie so many times.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, like I've seen Indiana Jones a million times. Stand by Me, uh, Goodwill Hunting. I
Yep.
was thinking about putting on. I've seen Goodwill Hunting
Yeah.
so many times.
Yeah.
Dead
Yeah.
Poet Society. I've seen a million times. Um,
This is gonna be a
Shawshank.
long pod, dude.
Shawshank. Oh,
Yep. Yep.
yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's end it off here. Let's finish
Oh,
up.
you know what we didn't do is we didn't do our players that wore number 11. We'll do that really quickly.
Okay.
We'll do that really quick. We didn't do that.
No, it's okay.
Uh,
Okay, fine.
Larry Fitzgerald, Julian Edelman, Isaiah Thomas, Klay Thompson, Kyrie Irving,
Boom.
Didier Drogba, Chelsea legend. There you go.
All right, sounds good. That was good.
Nice and quick.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's finish her off. Cheers, everyone. Happy holidays. Hope you had a great Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you're celebrating. Kwanzaa, Chinese New Year. Happy New Year to everyone and those who celebrate. Um, cheers to a new year. Cheers to an exciting 2026 with the boys as we get back on that horse and begin doing all the things we love, like going to
New Year, bleeding blue.
yeah, going to fucking Dunedin spring training. That'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm so hyped. I'm so excited.
All
So
right,
excited.
see ya.